This is Dave Spitz at California Strength. Today we're going to talk a little bit about jumps training and explosive training. The vertical leap is probably the second most important event at the NFL Combine. It's an event we spend a lot of time focusing on and talking about during our Combine preparation. We incorporate a lot of different plyometric drills in conjunction with our lifting program. I'm going to teach you a couple today. The first thing that we want to talk about is landing properly. So a landing drill is a simple drill, but it'll make sure that the athletes are receiving that force properly, not putting their knees at risk, and they're landing in a good position. So we start with bringing the hands all the way above the heads and extending up to the balls of the feet. And then we literally ask the athletes to come down into an ideal position where the knees are coming forward and the hips are retreating, and whatever angle the knees are coming forward, those shoulders are also coming forward. We're going to land on a full foot. Ready, go. So the hips retreat, the shoulders come forward the same degree that the knees come forward, and they land on a neutral foot. Their core stays tight and they're ready to absorb that force. Okay, stand up tall one more time, all the way up to the balls of the feet and down, landing on a neutral foot, keeping the core tight, receiving all of that force up through the glutes, making sure that everything is sound. After we learn how to land properly and receive the force, the next thing we move on to is a concentric plyometric exercise. So something that just involves the concentric action of the jump. You start without resistance, and then you can add resistance really simply by adding dumbbells. So keeping the arms nice and relaxed so we don't de-weight the legs, really critical. We just dip and jump up onto the box. Land on a full foot on the box and then step off the box. Ready? Go. Good, step off the box. Again, as they dip, they don't pull up with the dumbbells. We never want to de-weight the legs. We leave from a neutral foot, so all of their weight is organized on the center of their foot here. Ready, go. And down. Good. The next exercise we like to incorporate is a seated box jump. So working from a static position and getting the athletes to sequence correctly from the hips down through the quads so that they are able to call on that force from a static position. So our feet are just going to come up just slightly off the ground. We're going to slam our feet down and jump. Go. Good. Land on a full foot. Try and elevate onto the box. So feet come up just slightly, down and go. Good. One more time. Again, we're trying to elevate onto the box, keeping our cores tight. Seated box jump. The next exercise that we like to incorporate is called a hurdle hop. So we're basically marrying a lot of what we're doing from the box jumps into a more reactive setting. So we're going to jump over each hurdle and anticipate the ground. As we do, we're going to drive off the ground by pulling our knees up and our toes up. The core remains tight, the eyes stay straight, level, and the head and spine remain at neutral. So knees up, toes up, we react to the ground, amortize, and jump. As we do these hurdle hops, it's really important to absorb the force in the correct position. That's why these landing drills are so critical. We never let our hips roll forward into that force absorption component. So making sure that the hips stay back behind the shoulders, ready to receive the force, ready to be reactive. So we're amortizing and exploding up off of the next rep. So again, Dave Spitz, California Strength, those are 3 simple exercises that you can incorporate into your programming to improve your vertical leap. Concentric box jumps using a dumbbell or even a weight vest. You can do seated box jumps and the hurdle hops. So those 3 exercises, kind of ascending difficulty, programming those into your exercise selection, a really good way to train explosiveness, get your athletes to get off that line of scrimmage and learn to jump higher.